Okay, so we just got done spending the best week here in Jardin, Colombia. It is the cutest, just quaint little town, and everything is so colorful. Here are the top things to do when you visit. Wandering around the colorful streets of Jardin is a must. Every building is a vibrant color. Locals are always out sipping on beer or a cafe, and there is usually an event taking place in the center plaza. So today we are heading to Cascada La Escalera. I think I'm pronouncing that right. It's only like a quick 40-minute walk from the center of Jardin, and it's supposed to be a pretty impressive waterfall, and we're here during rainy season. So we're dodging a bunch of puddles, can't really see them, and we're kind of just waiting out in between rainstorms. There's a bunch of thunder booming over the top of us right now, so...
Bring your raincoat.
Yeah, we'll see how this goes.
It's two streams coming into one.
Oh, whoa.
Thought I was joking?
Wouldn't you love to live there, nestled back in the hills, away from people? I think the rain's about to start coming down.
There's a high chance.
Pretty good chance.
Here, let me fill my weather checker. Yeah, 87% chance of rain.
It's 68 degrees and there's a 30% chance that it's already raining.
So let's see if we make it to the waterfall or if we decide to turn back. Well, it really started coming down. We are soaked. And we found this little hut on the side of the road. So we're hanging out under it for the foreseeable future.
Travel tip, always invest in your gear. Raincoat, we didn't buy rain pants, which we should have. And just anything like that. It is worth it. Doesn't take up a lot of room in your bag. This shit happens in other places.
Yeah.
So there are signs. Right after you cross the bridge, there's a road that's going up with a little sign. Then you get to the top, there's another sign.
So I wore my chacos. If you don't have a pair of good waterproof shoes, we highly recommend Chacos. They are the best. Bye!
If you don't have a pair of Chacos,
Shut up!
Nope.
I thought that was the waterfall.
Holy shit! That mist is powerful! So everybody talks about Bali and Southeast Asia being like waterfall, like the waterfalls there, which we're so excited to eventually go there. It will be incredible, but we are surrounded by like 7 different waterfalls right now. It's so incredible! Oh my god! You can feel the power coming off of it! This is so cool!
To the main waterfall of El Limon in Las Terrenas, Dominican Republic, I guarantee it does not have the power
of the waterfall Escalera in Jardin, Colombia. This thing is projecting its own weather of wind, and I'm wet. This is awesome though. Time to go dry off and get a hot beer.
Waterfall was awesome, highly recommend it. We are here during the rainy season, so it might be cooler like to see now because it's really powerful, because we did read some things that during the dry season people were saying like it's a nothing deal, but today was far from that. It was so powerful and highly recommend it. There's a couple ways you get there. You can hike from town like we did, probably takes you about an hour. You can take a tuk-tuk like that one right behind Maddie, and horses. We saw some people riding horses. If you can fly, that'd be cool. You could also do that. Highly recommend it. It was dope.
So we are at Gulupa Ecolodge, and they are a true eco-lodge. They recycle everything, they compost everything for their garden, and Gulupa is this type of fruit, passion fruit. And so here at this eco-lodge, they only have 3 rooms because they're slowly building on and adding on to it, because the owner, Gustavo, is hands-on with everything. He builds everything, he's here all the time, taking care of his guests, making sure they get the top-notch quality of customer service. And another amazing thing about Gulupa Ecolodge is they're up here in the hillside in beautiful Jardin, Colombia, and they have built canopies up in the trees, from zip lines to hammocks to just walking around up in there. So we've got our helmets on, got the harness, and we're gonna go explore. Gulupa Ecolodge is the best. So much fun. I love the feeling when you're ziplining, you're just like flying through the air. If ziplining wasn't enough for you, now you get to go climb up in the trees and live every kid's dream of just hanging out up in the trees. Look at how far down this is. Don't bounce it. Cheers!
I need one of these everywhere I go. Mind blown by how amazing this place is.
Come to Jardin, you have to stay here at Gulupa Ecolodges. Link will be in the description below. But if you're in the Medellin area, we highly recommend come check out Jardin because it's incredible, but make sure you stay here.
This place is super rad, overlooking the town and the mountains.
Yeah.
I don't know, I can't say enough about how awesome and welcoming Gustavo is.
That's it for here for Gulupa Ecolodges. Again, make sure you come check it out. Make sure to hike or get a tuk-tuk to Cafe Jardin. Grab a great cup of coffee and enjoy the incredible views. If you decide to hike up or down from Cafe Jardin, you'll come across Mirador Cristo Rey. While the hike may be challenging for some, it's definitely worth checking out this statue and appreciating the surroundings. If hiking isn't your thing, no worries, you can get a ride here too. If you guys are enjoying this video, make sure you hit that like button and please don't forget to subscribe. Jardin is full of great restaurants and cafes. Here are some of our favorites.
And you have to have dinner at Artisana Cocina Gourmet. So another great thing to do when you're here in Jardin
Jardin is make sure you come to Macanas Cafe. They're a cute little cafe. They're right next to the main cathedral. Definitely a lot of Instagram-worthy spots, but the cafe is delicious. They have a ton of good pastries and a great breakfast menu. Also a ton of smoothies and other non-caffeinated drinks. Insider tip, the Wi-Fi is incredible here. So make sure you come check out Macanas Cafe here in Jardin, Colombia. So we just had the best breakfast here at Macanas. And now I'm surprised with a Gulupa milkshake. Look at how good this looks. So Gulupa is passion fruit, and I'm so excited. Wow. Muy rico. This is so good. Cheers! Another amazing thing to do here in Jardin is go to Cascada Amor, and you kind of create a big loop out of it. So you can go to Cascada Amor, and then you can go to the river that runs near town, which is called, I believe, Charco Corazon. And then from there you can hike up to the top of the hill, and you can then go down the gondola, the old wooden like cable car. So we're gonna go for a loop today. I think it should only take about like 1 to 2 hours. We're just gonna kind of go walk through nature.
Come on.
While Cascada Amor is definitely not as impressive as Cascada Escalera, it definitely is worth checking out. It is the wet season, and there was an okay amount of water coming down from it. I have read that during the dry season though, it's a tiny, tiny trickle. Pat's showing me another waterfall. Oh wow, look at that. Okay, so here we have the Bat Tunnel. And I guess it was one man and his brother, they built this tunnel into the cliff sides, and there's a bunch of bats in there. But I know you have to like give somebody, like allow somebody to let you into the cave, and I don't know where we find that person at, so we're gonna have to skip it this time. So if you know how to get into the cave though, let us know in the comments. After you come around the river, you go up a little hill, and then there's that bat cave. After that, you just keep going up, and it's just switchbacks back and forth. Eventually, it should take you to the La Garrucha, which is the cable car. But first, I think there's some restaurant called Mirador something, and the views from up here are incredible. So I think we're gonna go check out that place. So that was amazing. The views there are incredible, and there's so many birds just sitting around watching hummingbirds and watching so many other colorful birds come and feed on the fruit that they leave out for them. So we definitely recommend you come and stop at Mirador La Herrerita when you're on this loop. If you're doing this loop and walking to the top of La Garrucha, it can be confusing, but if you see this sidewalk, you've made it. Head down and enjoy the view. Gracias. Whoa.
So that's a really nice hike, but you can do it 2 ways. You can either start the loop, first going on the waterfall all the way up to La Garrucha and taking the cable car down, or you can do La Garrucha cable car up at the restaurant, do the loop down, or you can just do a round trip, cable car up, cable car down. It was super enjoyable, and we lucked out with no rain up until right about now. So highly recommend it when you come to Jardin to do the cable car and maybe go on a hike.
All right, those are the best things to do here in Jardin, Colombia. Make sure you add Jardin and just Colombia in general to your bucket list, and we'll see you next week.